Hi, my name is Charisse Walker, and I'm here with Eric Moutsos, and he's a small business owner in Salt Lake, as well as the founder of Utah Business Revival. So I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me, Eric.
Yeah, thank you.
You're really swamped right now, aren't you? So why don't you just take a minute and introduce yourself and tell me who you are, kind of the business that you own, and then we'll get into the other part that I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, so I actually live in southern Utah. My business is all throughout Utah and actually surrounding states. I'm a solar broker. I'm a husband of 16 years, father of 4. I'm a former police officer, so I have a lot of I'm pretty versed in a lot of the things that I've done in my life. I've used to perform country music. I was on a small record label for about 4 years.
That's great.
And so yeah, I'm the business that I do. I'm a solar broker, so I help residential. I help homes, residential homes, switch over to solar energy. So that's what I do for a job. And I got caught up in this whole trying to fix Utah with Utah Business Revival, and so there's a lot on my plate right now.
Understand. So how has the COVID pandemic affected your business?
Oh, drastically. I mean, there's probably almost probably $20,000 of commissions that I lost pretty immediately, of sales that I had already sold and the people just backed out. And then as far as the businesses that already owe me money, they're getting backed behind, and so it's it's going to end up working out. It always does, but yeah, it's been pretty devastating. But we're in a position right now where I feel like I need to help other people get out of the holes that they're in. So
Right. So how did that start with Utah Business Revival? When did you start it, and what prompted that?
I was just getting tired of doing memes, just over and over, just sending memes out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think we're going to meme ourselves out of this one. And so I just was pondering what I could do, and I had this idea to contact city mayors and sell them on the idea that we need to have all of these businesses that are dying come to one location, and then we're going to try to help them. And so I just did a call to action. I just said, this is a call to action. Any Utah mayor who would like a whole bunch of people to come, let me know. And so we got a hold of a few Utah mayors. One of them was Trent Staggs. He's going to have a similar event. Mayor Julie Fulmer of Vineyard said that we can go. And so I'm excited about it because this Saturday, May 2nd, in Vineyard, Utah, she's going to we're not only going to save some of the businesses in Vineyard,
Mm-hmm.
and when I say save, I just mean help, right? So the idea is hundreds, if not thousands, of people are going to come to one location and help these small businesses that are dying, and a whole bunch of people at one time. And so Saturday, May 2nd, from noon to 4 o'clock is when we're going to have this event. We've already got about 80, I don't know if it's 80 or 100 booths that have already signed up. The Utah Business Revival Facebook page, if you just look it up, Utah Business Revival, it has close to the members now already. So we're going to keep doing this. Like, the Vineyard is just the beginning. I want to go from county to county and do this same model across the state as this kind of as the dust settles.
Okay, so the first event you did, was it the Salt Lake event, or did you have one before that?
No, that was the first one. And the reason why we chose Salt Lake was because the mayor of Salt Lake City decided to put up a hotline to snitch on your neighbor. And there is nothing that disturbed me more in Utah than something like that, because I have, police officer friends still from the Salt Lake City Police Department that called me and said, hey, we're going on all these calls, just going on from neighbor to neighbor, telling them to get away from each other. And I'm like, nope, unacceptable.
Right.
And so I called and turned myself in.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah. And so it's like, look, you're going to play games, because I believe it's very political what they're doing, and it's a scare tactic, and it's un-American, and it's immoral. because now all of these small businesses that are dying, they're going to die even worse because their mayor is scaring them into their house with the police for a political agenda, and it's wrong. And so yeah, we had a rally. It was awesome. About 2,000 people showed up on foot, and then there was another 300 to 500 cars that dressed up. You know, old people that want to quarantine but believe in what we're doing. They dressed their cars up and they came down to Salt Lake City to show their support. It was really amazing.
That's neat. That's really neat. And that's where I thought it was interesting, because I watched your post, and I guess it didn't occur to me, because you talked about the economic impact, where with every single person that, you know, they're out of work, what that does to the economy. So yes, we have tens of thousands of people dying in America and the world, absolutely, and it is a bad thing and it's a sad thing. But I didn't realize until you said what you said about how it affects the economy in years to come. So I actually thank you for letting me not sleep one night, because I actually went and did a ton of research to see kind of what the impact was basically on the Great Depression and some of the other issues that we've had. So would you mind just sharing a few things that you had mentioned on that first post about that rally, about how it impacts the economy?
Well, look, our economy, small business is the lifeblood of America. 50% of our economy is small business. And so you cut that off and everything dies.
Right.
And so people don't understand that, look, we're talking about, you know, let's just say we have 200,000 COVID deaths. Let's just say, which would be awful. Okay. We're not going to have that, but let's just say we did, just for argument's sake. Well, every 1%, and this is studies done, I can send you the link. This is a 6-year study done. Every 1% of unemployment in America equates to deaths of despair. So suicide, for every 1% of employment, suicide goes up, heart attacks go up, alcohol, you know, cirrhosis of the liver, everything starts going up per 1%. And per 1%, 35 to 50,000 Americans are going to die just from 1% of unemployment. Right now, we are now sitting at 20% unemployment. So do the math. We're going to have, at minimum, 500,000 deaths of despair if we keep going the way we're going. And here's the saddest part. The virus is still going to be here. We're going to crash the economy, and all of those other people are going to die. We're not taking into consideration what's going to happen around the world.
Right.
Meaning, as soon as our food chain gets cut off everywhere, it's literally going to bottleneck up, and I believe we're going to have hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people die of starvation around the world because they rely on the American economy. And so I don't think any of us, including myself, we can even begin to fathom what's going to happen because of how we responded to COVID-19.
So what is your end goal? What do you want to accomplish?
Well, my end goal is to first to just keep my family intact, so that, you know, that's one thing that I feel so bad for my wife right now because I'm going a million miles an hour.
Right.
And so my first goal is to keep my family tight, and then locally, because you can't save the world with this, but I believe we can save Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And if not all of Utah, we can at least save some of these businesses. And so I believe the answer is local. And so that's what I'm focusing on. You know, when people send me videos of all these like conspiracy theories and all these things, yeah, it could be true, but I don't have time for that. I believe the answer right now is to immediately be pushing these principles and show the people that we have to open up immediately. Just because COVID-19 is going to happen again. Like, look, the virus is there. Therefore, it's going to come in waves. Mm-hmm. And so what are you going to do? You're going to shut down the economy again? The answer is no. And so we're going to keep pushing, and we're going to show people when the government tries to, because right now the government's very, very confused on their role. They truly believe that they are the ones that have this power to tell us what we're going to do. And as a former police officer, there's nothing more unconstitutional than that. Mm-hmm. And that actually worries me more than any virus is this this very confusing idea of where government should be meddling in. I believe they can give the recommendations,
Mhm.
but after the recommendations, it's up to every single person in Utah and America to say, thank you for your recommendations. We're going to work. And if you want to quarantine yourself, feel free to do that. But we're not going to do that.
So that was my question, because in talking with some people, because I told them about the rally that you had on in Salt Lake, and so some people, you know, you hear, oh, he's just trying to incite, but it was interesting to me what your message was. And so just to clarify, you're not trying to cause chaos and cause panic. You're actually doing it in an orderly and I don't know if respectful is the word, but
well, look, it's gonna frustrate a lot of people, right? A lot of people think that we're doing this reckless by having events. It's like, how much more reckless is it standing at Costco waiting for toilet paper?
or somebody taking my credit card at a drive-through that doesn't have gloves on, who just took somebody else's credit card. I mean, to me,
How much? Yeah, and you're exactly right. Well, how much more reckless is it going to be in 6 months when we're standing in a government breadline
right.
and the virus is still here, and big cities where these governors are forcing this garbage,
Mhm.
they're going to have actual riots. That's what's going to happen there. And so my message is, look, we come in peace now,
Right.
so that somebody who doesn't care about peace later is going to destroy.
Well, and that's what I wanted to make sure that I clarified with yours, is you were very emphatic on kind of the, not the rules, but what you want to follow. So for social distancing, I mean, you've told people your goal is to have 7 feet, right? Instead of 6, and, you know, different
Yeah.
things like that, right? And so,
Yeah, we're gonna have masks. You know, at this next event, somebody donated like 300 masks.
right,
Um, look, the point is, we can do this in everything. If we can do it in Costco, we can do it in every single business in America immediately.
right.
And the people just need to realize that. Like, look, I mean, you cannot tell me that people in Costco are looking around thinking, this is weird, because everybody's crammed in here.
Mhm.
There's a lady going around with a sign, get away 6 feet. Well, the lady came up in my space, my wife and I's space. She was in my space with her sign.
Mhm.
You've now entered into my space with your sign, ironically doing, look, when government steps in, we've learned through sad experience that they make things a lot worse.
Mhm.
And that's the truth, because they think they're the ones with the answers, when it's really, it's the people. We the people are the answer. It is not they the government, it's we the people.
So how can we help you? What can we do to help? I mean, I know that I haven't looked how many members you've had, but you grew up to 10,000 members at Utah Business Revival pretty quickly. So
Yeah, the best thing you can do is register on our webpage, utahbusinessrevival.com, because Facebook is now blocking us.
okay.
They've now shadow banned us, meaning when we put out a post or a video,
Mhm.
it looks like it's there, but it's not reaching.
Right.
It's not reaching people, and that's a real thing. I've never had any problems with my Facebook in like 10 years,
Mhm.
and I can't see my notifications on my phone anymore.
Wow.
So if someone tries to tag me, I don't even know if I got tagged, because my Facebook is completely bogged down right now because they're watching me. And so Facebook, let's talk about some irony for a second. Okay.
Okay.
Facebook,
Mhm.
they allow Occupy Wall Street groups to go in to try to crush the economy, try to make room to destroy, like some politicians were saying years ago. But they're going to stop a rally to save small businesses in a safe way. That's where we're at in America right now, and it's disgusting.
So last question, because I know you have other interview. Well, that's one other question I had is, how has this been received throughout the nation? Because I heard you've been interviewed by several different people in different states. So you feel
Oh yeah.
prompted
Look,
other things?
look, it's people are responding with the way that they are as human beings. Like, meaning, if they've got hate in their heart, that's exactly how they're responding. It's
Mhm.
really crazy. It's like you're just mirroring who you are. You're just revealing who you are. People will send me messages. I hope you die. Really? I thought this was about life. I thought this was about saving life. Look, you're going to get haters no matter what. I feel like what I'm doing is the right thing to do. Am I doing it in the exact way? Like somebody just sent me a message because Costco, it just sent out a thing saying, we are going to require you to wear a mask. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not coming in your store. So that's my right. You can do that, but now it's my right whether I'm going to frequent your business. Because that's a total fear tactic, and it's the wrong thing to be doing, in my opinion. And so yeah, everyone's going to have their opinion, and so you have this divided idea right now, and I think we can still be respectful to one another while still, really being strong in our position.
Well, I commend you because it's not easy, and I know that. I mean, it's basically all volunteer work, and you're spending a lot of time doing this. And so I think that it's fantastic that you have taken a stand and taken the leadership role to say, hey, look, you know what, we got to help each other, and let's come together and do it. And so your ideas and what you're trying to do, I think, are fantastic. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I do too. So yeah, if anyone wants to get a solar bid, just shoot me an email at Eric, ERIC.solarpower@gmail.com, eric.solarpower@gmail.com, and I can get you a free proposal. I'm a broker, so I can access several different companies to find the best pricing, but solar energy is awesome because you basically go from renting power to owning power for the same price you're already paying for power. So your family budget doesn't change.
Right.
And as soon as your panel, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
As soon as your panels are paid for, you no longer have electricity. So you're just going from renting to owning for the same price you're already paying.
And that's fantastic. And as a realtor, I see how it helps a lot of people. So thank you. And I appreciate your time. I know you got to get going, so I want to be respectful.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Thank you, and have a good day.
Have a good one. All right. Bye-bye.